Good morning and welcome to another beautiful summer day. My name is Johnny Tornado and I'm about to give you the weather forecast of the day. Currently, we are sitting at, hold on, let me tell you. Hold on, wait for it, let me tell you. It is 8:48 in the morning and we are sitting at 85 degrees. Expect highs of 107 degrees today, but we've got beautiful blue skies. It's gonna be a scorcher, so make sure you're prepared for that. Me, I'm out for my third outing today already at 8:48. I started my morning by going on a 12-mile bike ride. What? The fact that I say that, and it's true, is pretty incredible to me. Yesterday I did 10 miles and it felt great. I was like, you know what? Maybe I can go a little bit further today. So I did 12 miles and I feel a little soreness, which is to be expected, mostly in my bum region. Those seats are not very comfortable, ladies and gentlemen. The seats on the bikes, they're not very comfy, I can tell you that. But that's a great thing. But get it? It's a good thing because my hip isn't hurting that bad. I definitely feel it, but it is nowhere near what it used to be when referring to my hip pain. And I am so thrilled about that. I think getting rid of this hematoma in my hip joint has really changed the way my recovery is going to be for the rest of my life. And all that we have to do now is check to see if that hematoma fills back up. Today has been kind of interesting. So I did my 12-mile bike ride and I came inside and Jackson had this like sad look on his face. And I was like, what's wrong, buddy? What's going on? He's like, you know what's wrong. I was like, no, I don't. Tell me what's going on. What can I do? He's like, you went without me. Son, that will never happen again. You're gonna come on a bike ride with me right now. I saddled him up, I saddled June up on the little trailer on the back, and we went on a 3-mile bike ride. So I went from 12 miles to now 15 miles. Why am I outside again? Well, the dogs need to get out. So I'm out here taking the dogs for a little walkerino. I'm thinking to myself, you know, I probably could have done all 3 of these activities outside in one outing, but I could definitely use the exercise. I could definitely use the hip workout. So it's all in all a good day. And it's before 9 o'clock, before it starts getting super hot. But honestly, I don't really mind being outside all of this time. The reason I don't mind it at all is because I get to listen to my book. Right now, I've been listening to the Mistborn series. I'm on book 2 and I'm kind of in love. I think the books are so fun. I'm almost done with book 2 and it's just so good. So any chance I can get to like drive the car, get outside, put the headphones on where I'm not around anyone else, I'll take it and I'll listen to my book and I love it. Oh, Ellie, you need me to go to the grocery store to get some milk? Yeah, I'll do it. Put on my book. Oh, you want to take an hour bike ride? Yeah, I'll do it. Put on my book. The kids need to go to their farm camp, which is 30 minutes there and 30 minutes back. Yeah, I'll do it. Put on my book. I've really been enjoying this book and it's been great. So yeah, I don't mind going on 3 different outings because I got my book. What are you thinking, old lady? You enjoying this walk? She loves getting out and smelling the bushes. Huh? What about you, Mr. Copper? We're having a good morning, huh? Let's go, doggies.
How was farm camp?
Got a duck.
You caught a duck?
Yeah, there's a duck in that pen somewhere. He was in that pen and we cornered him.
Well, good morning. I turned on the AC for Jackson because it is
107 degrees.
the high today is gonna be 107. Woof. We probably won't be outside anymore today, huh? Jackson went to farm camp this week and Tommy and Calvin did farm camp last week. Was it fun?
Mm-hmm.
What else did you do today?
On the farm, we fed the animals.
Cool.
And a goat got loose when they were trying to catch the rooster.
Mm-hmm.
So we all had to go chase the goat.
Nice.
We also milked the goat.
You milked it?
Mm-hmm.
Good, was that fun?
Well, the farmer milked it.
You probably had a little bit more of a farm experience when we went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
It was kind of hands-on, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids here, so I'm sure it was more of just watching, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you want to milk a cow, we'll just have to go back to see your friend Ollie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bake at 500 degrees. Can't forget to put you in the oven. It has been a hot minute since I have filmed a video, and it's also been a really long time since I have learned something new. And I have really wanted to make sourdough for years, but it feels very complicated and there's a lot of steps involved and it just felt like too much and I just didn't want to do it. Well, I've been around my sister Julie lately, and she was kind enough to give me some of her starter, and so I have started to make sourdough bread with it. So I am super new with making sourdough. I don't even feel like I am equipped to do a video on a how-to, but I want to show you some of the things that I've just been making recently and what I'm gonna make right now in the kitchen. This is my starter. It is a tradition to name your sourdough. I felt like it was really fun to come up with a name for my sourdough, and I named my sourdough Blossom. I thought that would be a really good name. So Blossom is my sourdough's name. This has been in the fridge overnight. I need to discard some of it and then refeed it so that it will activate again. So that's over there, but I wanna show you what I'm gonna make in the kitchen right now. This, oh, it looks like a good loaf. Yes, this is a loaf of sourdough that I am going to put in the oven in about like 5 minutes. And then I am also going to make, for the first time, I made this up this morning, it looks heavenly. This is sourdough chocolate chip cookies. I had my like discard in the fridge that I needed to use up. And the last time I used it up, I made pancakes. And today I thought, let's make some chocolate chip cookies. So this, the kids are gonna love. We just had lunch and they are enjoying whatever they're doing upstairs. It is a hot day today. We'll take them to the movies later to get out of the heat and just keep us inside. It's extra hot today. Cookies and sourdough bread. So far, if it hasn't turned out well, like if it doesn't mold and it's super liquidy, she has told me do not ever throw it away. So if it's like not molding and I maybe like had too much moisture in it, she's like, make focaccia bread every time. So this was some dough that I made 2 days ago. We need to eat up today or it's gonna be a gonzer, but I just put it in a like 9x13, sprinkle extra salt, rosemary on it and bake it, and then we eat it with like spaghetti and it's awesome. But this loaf turned out really well, so I am going to get ready to make it, plop it right there. Oh, this is a good loaf. Ah, I can tell it's a great loaf. A lot of people will do some designs on it. I am not the most artistic person, but I personally really like to do flowers, and so that is what I'm going to do. Ah, that is gonna be a beautiful loaf of bread. I can tell it's gonna taste good, it's holding its shape. So excited. Oh, there it is. I was looking for this reusable thing, but instead I had to grab, okay, are you okay? Okay, 5-second rule is okay when it's just me and my family eating it, right? Okay, drop the bread. I'm not gonna remove it from this thing because it's not happy. Yikes. I'm stressed out. You just cook. Just dropped my bread.
Oh no.
I just dropped my freaking bread. Okay, I will say it dropped kind of on the edge of that cookie sheet, and I am not about to throw away a loaf of bread just because I dropped it, because that took me 2 days to make. This is the first time I have made like sourdough chocolate chip cookies. The recipe is pretty much like a normal cookie recipe. Flour, butter, salt, baking soda, baking powder, and then a cup of sourdough, discard. So I probably could have added just a hair more flour. It's been in the fridge for a while, but it still feels pretty moist. But we'll see how it turns out. Any chocolate chip cookie though is a good chocolate chip cookie to me. It's been a while since I've made some cookies, and I really like having cookies on hand. To me, with sourdough, for me, with learning how to make sourdough, it reminds me of nursing a baby. It's not that complicated. There's just a lot of steps. It's like, oh, you feed the baby every hour. You feed the baby every 3 hours. You need to pump every however long if the baby hasn't fed and you're full. Like, there's just like, it's like complicated, but it's not. To me, that's how sourdough has been. I'm like, well, it's not like that hard to make bread, but there's so many steps, and I get overwhelmed, and then like my sourdough is ready, but then it's like 10 o'clock at night and I'm like, well, now what do I do? Like, I've had a lot of late nights where I'm like figuring out, oh, I don't want to start my sourdough at 10 in the morning because it's gonna take me all day. I would rather do the sourdough earlier or later. It's just, to me, kind of complicated. But the good thing is if I am overwhelmed and I'm like, I'm done, I just put my sourdough in the fridge and I'll get back to it in a few days. So the fridge is your best friend. These cookies are slowly getting larger and larger as I'm making them. But I'm not gonna give up on sourdough right now just because there's a lot of steps and it can get complicated. I'm literally just like taking it day by day. If I wanna make bread that day, great. If I don't, I'll wait a few days. I think it's really nice to have in the fridge. It's fun that I've been learning something new. There we go. Let's bake these cookies. Even though I'm not doing like a tutorial on like how to make all this stuff, I will have the recipes in the description of what I'm using for these specific cookies and loaves of bread. Along with this, my sister Julie taught me, and she's like, Ellie, you need to have this. They're just like reusable bowl covers. So instead of using tons of plastic wrap, you can use these. I really, really like them. I clean them off, wipe them, spray them. They're awesome. So I'll link those as well. Dang it, the recipe said to use more flour if the sourdough is really like moist. And I can already tell the cookies are probably gonna be flat because they're melting really quick. We'll see. Hopefully they're good, but I'm not sure how they're looking right now. They're melting pretty quick in my opinion.
Can I interrupt this special broadcast to make an announcement?
Sure.
You're beautiful.
What? You shut up and tell me that
I
again.
will never shut up about this. You know it's true. I just think pink is so good on you.
Thank you.
Can I call you my Pookie in Pink?
No.
Is that taken?
I like her, but no, you can't.
I won't.
I don't want people to think we're trying to
no.
steal other people's content.
I just think you look ravishing today.
Thank you.
In the best way possible, and I can't wait to eat some of these sourdough cookies.
Do you want to know why I wore pants on a 107-degree day?
Why is that?
Because it's going to be cold in the movie theater, and I'm going to bring a jacket too.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Well, that's what you do, is you go to the movie theater to cool down, right?
Do you want to know what I'm going to do in here?
Tell me.
I'm going to clean it up first.
Well, that might be a good idea.
I'm going to...
We could tackle that together.
Clean it up. No, I'm going to do it when you're gone. No, you're out of the house.
Real quick, I am going on a friend's trip this weekend, like a boys trip. My high school buddies and I are going to Las Vegas together, and we're gonna have so much fun. It's not the Vegas trip you think. We're doing escape rooms and going out to eat. That's the kind of Vegas trip that we do. Anyway, continue.
I think it's a universal thing, like when the husband goes out of town, the wife either like makes a big purchase or like redoes things or clean things. Yeah, that's just what I remember my mom doing.
My mom did the same.
But I'm gonna like tackle this while you're gone. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm gonna order some glass jars. Just thinking of the things I'm gonna do. I want to figure out how to lay it out.
I think that's so fun. You know what we should do, what I've been thinking? You've said you wanted to reorganize like all of the stuff in the kitchen.
I know.
I want to see if AI can help us do it.
For sure.
Okay, but real quick, what projects did your mom do while your dad was gone?
Oh, mostly clean up, like clean up house, like closets and stuff. But at one time she bought furniture, like living room couches. We came home, there was like new couches.
That's amazing.
Anyone want a rotted avocado?
Oh, sick. One time my dad went out of town and my mom decided to completely renovate our living room. Maybe not completely, but we had one of those old school fireplaces that was like lava rock, and it was the entire wall. And she's like, you know what? While dad's gone, we're gonna take that out. And we did. We took sledgehammers to that wall and we completely demolished it while my dad was gone. Did it take the entire weekend to do it? No, it took longer. He came home to a complete disaster, but he was a good sport about it. And I think that is a universal truth that when the husbands are away, the projects get started. Not necessarily finished.
It looks so beautiful. Here's the sourdough. Usually it looks more like a flower, but it's still really cute. And then these are the chocolate chip cookies.
It looks fantastic.
It does.
I mean, holy cow. I don't know why you doubted yourself, Ellie. It looks amazing.
The cookies actually look like they turned out much better than I anticipated. I just don't know if it's gonna taste like the best cookie.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Oh no.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
I think it's good. It's definitely more cake-like. Like it's very fluffy.
Can I have a taste?
I think most people would like it, but I would rather have a chewier cookie than like a cake cookie.
Mm-hmm.
But I
see
like
what
it.
you mean.
It's very good.
Yeah. It definitely is a nice chocolate chip cookie.
It's just more fluffy.
Fluffy. It's a fluffy cookie. That's what it is. But it tastes really good. If you knew that it was going to be fluffy when you bit into it, it would taste a lot better in your mind, huh?
Well, I knew it would be fluffy just by looking at it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be crunchy.
It looks amazing, and it tastes good too. Yeah. It was just surprising.
Let's cut the bread open.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I ended up finding this in the end. I will never use wax paper again. There's like wax on the bottom of this that I won't be able to get off. Like, we're not going to eat that. So I'm definitely going to cut the bottom half off and we just won't eat it. But okay, let's cut into this bread. Technically, I should let it cool down for a little bit.
Do you see that steam?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. I'm so excited. Look at the fluffy bread.
It looks so good.
With some butter, it's going to be amazing.
Ellie stepped out for a minute, so I'm going to help myself to a little piece of sourdough bread with a little butter on it. As a kid, I just didn't like sourdough. I don't know if it was the type of sourdough that I had or if someone just made it so sour that it just wasn't enjoyable. Every sourdough that I've had in my adult life has been so good. And this is no different. It's so good. It's still a little warm on the inside, which I love. Toasting this with some butter on it, man, Ellie did a good job. And the design on top was so sweet. All right, 4:30 and it is 107 degrees outside. We are ready for some air-conditioned movie time, huh guys?
Hey,
are you ready?
Got it made.
You guys ready for this?
Stephen Wade.
Ellie and I drove separate cars to the movie because I had to take Jackson to a birthday immediately following the movie. It is at this park and they are doing like this obstacle course right over there. But I feel so bad because it is like crazy windy, like so windy. It doesn't do it justice, but I tossed Jackson his shirt and I threw it and it just went pew, like zipped out. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, look at the waves come in. Those are just from the wind, not any boats or anything like that. That's crazy. On a completely unrelated note, while we were driving here, because it is a little bit further away, we hit 80,000 miles on the car. Oh, what an incredible milestone. Anyway, now that I'm driving, I'm turning on my book.
Lady Vin could be left changed, much as the Lord Ruler was.
So we've been complaining about the heat basically all day today, but what about right now?
It's amazing.
It feels so good.
I love opening the door and it just being warm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not crazy humid, it's just warm.
It's like a warm hug.
It is, I love it. I don't mind the heat throughout the day. We're outside all the time, but for a few months out of the year, we spend most of our morning, afternoon inside, which is great. Mm-hmm. It's like the kids actually play. It's fun.
Lots of Legos, lots of...
I don't mind calmer days.
Yeah, exactly. And then at night, you just throw them in the pool and they have a great time.
Or they're outside playing, throwing a football in the front.
Exactly.
I love summer nights. That was
Too.
a really long explanation of how much we love the heat.
That's okay. So we just saw the movie Inside Out 2. What did you think of it?
I thought it was cute.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
I thought it explained emotions so well.
I thought-
Jackson
yeah.
was laughing. He liked it.
Yeah, I think like the processing of emotions was really good in the movie. But
He laughed hard when it said puberty. he went,
He did?
oh, and then laughed real hard. Do you want her inside?
No, I want anything.
Oh,
okay.
good luck.
Have fun swimming in the pool, Penny.
Daddy, come on. Daddy.
Definitely a fun movie to take your kids to this summer. That was our summer day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.